Playing a shot like this is extremely difficult. Hit it slightly offline and you end up nowhere near the black. Even if you hit it fairly well, you can still end up just halfway down the table, giving you no shot on your last ball. Unfortunately, most players actually try to play the shot like that, but there's a way to make it much easier, get good position on the black, and give yourself a far bigger margin for error. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it on this very short video. Now, you can absolutely try and play the shot like this and get good position, but it requires really great technique and a lot of cue power to get good position like that. Now, to get position on the black ball, you're almost forced to bring the cue ball back. If you try and go forward and play it with topspin and quite hard, then your cue ball will stick down that end of the table. The much better way to play this is to cut this ball in. So rather than trying to hit it full ball, hit it on the right hand side and send your cue ball into the cushion. Now what that does is it means the natural angle of your cue ball is wanting to come back this way. So let me just show you that. If I play off the right hand side of the red with backspin, aim the cue ball into the cushion, then I can do this. And you see the cue ball is wanting to come back down this way, but we've still not gotten the black because there's one other thing that we need to do on this shot. I'll do the little extra thing this time and see if you can spot what I'm doing, but also pay attention to where the cue ball goes and the position that I get on the black ball. You can see the cue ball is wanting to come back down this way. Now if you notice, I never hit that as hard as I did when I was going into it full ball. I was able to hit it a lot softer, and also because I'm hitting it on the right hand side, there is a bigger margin of error on there. You know, my cue ball is always going to come down this way, so even if I hit that slightly thinner, my cue ball would come down here. If I hit it slightly thicker, my cue ball comes down here. Now if you compare that to the first shot, if you don't hit that right in the middle of the ball, your cue ball is either going there or into there. Now all I did slightly differently there was put a little bottom right hand side in it, and what that does is when the cue ball contacts the cushion there, the side acts as running side, so it widens angle and it quickens up the cue ball, so it makes it naturally want to come down here. So you can hit that shot a lot softer, you can be a lot less accurate with it, and your cue ball just wants to come this way. Now, if you don't play with side spin yet and you're worried about playing shots with side spin, then I completely understand. I get it, I've been there. Every single player who has played with side spin has been in that exact position. But guess what? These are the perfect shots to practice with side spin. The fear when you first start playing with side spin is that you're going to miss shots that you would normally pot. And that's a genuine fear, and it will happen. But see shots like this, you almost cannot miss that ball with side spin. So all you need to do is put a little bottom right hand side in it, and the cue ball's wanting to come down this way. Now, most beginners will try and screw that ball back, and that is the wrong way to do it. A lot of amateurs will do it that way as well. But guess what? Professionals as well. I coach one of the top Ultimate Pool ladies players, and it was this exact shot that brought us together. She was playing a money match. She had a shot like this where she had a ball down there and she needed to get a cue ball back here. There was a bit of traffic on the table and she tried to screw it back. Because of the pressure, which can affect absolutely anyone, she threw in a little bit of a quick one, kind of jabbed at it, stabbed at it, didn't hit it great at all, and her cue ball ended up down there, nowhere near the black. Now, I spoke to her about it and I said, look, if you play the shot this way, you can hit it badly and you'll still have a shot at the black. So I'll demonstrate this now. I'll play this one. I'll not hit it as great as I have done before. So you see, I hit that one much thinner. You know, the first time I played it, my cue ball came down there. I actually hit there, but look at this. I've still got quite an easy shot on that black ball. So it is a much easier way to play it. Now, there is another way to play this, and you might have thought that this was what I was going to demonstrate here, because especially a lot of beginners will try and play the shot this way, but it is a good one to know for all levels of players. For example, let's say we've got a ball here, and that is stopping the black ball going there. So it means that to get position in the black, we need to be over this side of the table. Now what you can do is you can play cushion first. So send your cue ball into the cushion and try and pot that and come around the angles and get in the black. There's a trick to this one as well, believe it or not. The trick is to avoid these two things that I'm about to show you from happening. The first one is something that we have all done and we have all felt a bit silly about it. I'm going to show you here. So let's pot this ball cushion first and come around the angles. We've all done it, haven't we? Now, and it can happen to absolutely anyone, but there is a way to minimize the risk of that happening. The other thing that sometimes happens is when you play the shot like this and you hit it too thick and your cue ball stays down that end of the table. So we hit that at a good pace, but we got nowhere near the black ball. So let me show you how to avoid those two things from happening. What we're going to do is use our old friend side spin again. And again, this is a ball that is right over the pocket. So if you don't play with side spin at the moment, then don't worry about it. These are the shots to play with it. So what side spin does on this shot is help you in two ways. The first, if we play with top, left, running side spin, what happens when the cue ball hits that cushion is instead of coming off like that, it will widen up the angle. Now what that means is, say you try and hit about there and you miss the ball. If you put side spin on it, you have got more chance of hitting it. So you've got a bigger margin for error off the first shot. The second thing that it does is that after the cue ball contacts the object ball, the side spin is still on it. So when the cue ball then hits there, the side spin is going to quicken up the cue ball, which makes it easier for us to get down there. It will widen up the angle here, but it also widens angle more off the second cushion. So when the cue ball hits here, instead of it going this way, it is going to head down that way towards the black. Now if we judge it well, judge the pace well, then we should be able to hit cue ball here, that ball, this cushion, possibly this cushion, and land in the black for this pocket. So let's give it a go. That looks perfect to me. If there's any shots that you struggle with that you would like me to demonstrate and perhaps show you a better way to play them, then just let me know in the comments and I'll be delighted to cover it in my next video. Thanks.